Okay, good morning everyone. So we are there with the subject OC and we will going to start the new chapter today. It is chapter number 3, entrepreneurship development. Okay. So first of all, the point which is there for self-study, that section is the quality of a successful entrepreneur. This is there for your self-study. And from this chapter, so only this one point is there, which is there for self-study. So three words: entrepreneur, entrepreneurship, and enterprises. So who are the entrepreneur? The entrepreneur are the one who starts a business and who willingly takes a risk in order to make money. Okay, so entrepreneur is the one who starts a business and willingly take risk in order to earn the money. Whereas what is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is nothing but it is pursuing of the opportunities which is there in the market, okay, which is there in the surroundings and in the market, okay. And the third is enterprises, which means the organizations, okay. So these are the meanings of these three words: entrepreneur, entrepreneurship, and enterprises. Now, what is now? There are some examples which is there: Paytm, Snapdeal, Ola. Okay, so these are the some examples which is there. Okay, so ये सब के जो भी promoters थे, जो भी उनके owners थे, producers थे, उन्होंने क्या किया? What they had done, they find out what is the need of the society, and as for that, what they have done, they had grabbed the opportunities and they had started their business. Okay, so ये जो स्नैपडील वाले हैं, ये पेटीएम, ओला वाले हैं, इन्होंने क्या देखा कि सोसाइटी को क्या नीड है, ओके, और उनकी नीड के अकॉर्डिंगली व्हाट दे हैव डन, दे हैव started their business, they have thought of starting a business, okay, and hence by taking the risk, they had started this business, and now this business plays a very big role, okay, they are very big in the market, okay. So it's very important for an entrepreneur to grab the opportunities which is there in the market, and then do give the full dedications and take the risk, and ultimately the result will be good, okay. तो ये इन सब के ये सब लोगों प्रोड्यूसर्स ने भी सेम चीज की थी. Now, two things are important: that is history and concept related to entrepreneurship or entrepreneur. Okay, so history की बात करें तो this entrepreneurship, this entrepreneur is not having a same meaning or definition. Okay, as per the earlier, as per the years goes on, इनका जो meaning है वो क्या हो रहा है, इनका definition वो क्या होता है, change होता जा रहा है. Okay, in the early 16th centuries, entrepreneur किसको कहते थे? A French man to denote men leading in military expeditions. Okay, military expeditions में जो थे उनको entrepreneur कहा जाता था. Around 1700 AD, the term was used in France for architects and contractors. In 18th century, earlier 18th century, entrepreneur किनको कहा जाता था? The person, the business, and the person who does the economic activities by the French economists. Okay, in 1848, the famous economist John Stuart Mill described entrepreneurship as the founding of private and enterprise. Okay, so जैसे जैसे years जा रहे थे, goes वैसे वैसे entrepreneurship का जो meaning है वो भी क्या हो रहा था, change हो रहा था. Okay, and still there is not a consistent definition of entrepreneur or entrepreneurship. It goes on changing. Okay, now as far as India is concerned, there are several factors are responsible when we talk about entrepreneurship. Okay, there are several factors are responsible for the slow growth of entrepreneurship in pre-independent India. Okay, तो independence के पहले there are many factors जिस वजह से entrepreneurship develop grow नहीं हो पा रहा था. Whereas at the time of independence, the industrial base of was of our economy was very poor. ठीक है, इंडिपेंडेंस टाइम हमारा जो बेस था, इंडस्ट्रियल बेस था, बहुत poor था, right? And the industries were facing many difficulties. Okay, so however the Indian government is considerably enhancing the ease of doing business. Okay, still the Indian government, they were trying that in the business, there should be a development in the business and the in India. Okay, so they are taking different steps. That's why the new industrial policy also took place. Okay, and after that, the industries, they are properly settled. Okay, so this entrepreneurship, they are basically have not having a definition which is constant. It keeps on changing as per the years, as per the changes in the years. Okay, now when we talk about entrepreneur, it basically varies from industry to industry, country to country, as well as time to time. Okay, इनका जो entrepreneur है, इसका जो concept है वो क्या होता है, चेंज होता जाता है as per industry to industry, country to country, as well as from time to time. Okay, now कोई भी इकोनॉमिस्ट ने कोई कंसिस्टेंट डेफिनेशन नहीं दे पा रहा है एंटरप्रेन्योर का. एज आई सेड कि यहाँ पे एंटरप्रेन्योर, उसको एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का definition, it keeps on changing as per the years, changes in the years. Now an entrepreneur कौन होता है? Who is an entrepreneur? As I said, entrepreneur is a person who starts a business and is willing to take risk, okay, in order to make money. That person is called as entrepreneur. Okay, now who can be an entrepreneur then? A small businessman who has founded your neighborhood grocery shop. ओके, आपके बाजू में एक ग्रोसरी शॉप है, और अगर वो ग्रोसरी शॉप किसी स्मॉल बिजनेसमैन ने स्टार्ट किया है, एंड दैट बिजनेसमैन इज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर. उसको क्या कहेंगे? ही इज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर. अगर कोई लॉन्ड्री वाला है आपके बाजू में, ठीक है, और उसने वो खुद का बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया है, देन ही इज कॉल्ड एज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर. उसे हम एंटरप्रेन्योर कहेंगे. रिलायंस कंपनी का जो ओनर है, ठीक है, जो फाउंडर था, उसने अगर वो बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया है, ठीक है, तो ही वाज द एंटरप्रेन्योर. ओके, अब फ्रीलांसर, अगर कोई प्लम्बर है, ठीक है, और वो खुद किसी के अंडर काम नहीं कर रहा है, वो अपना खुद काम करता है, राइट? सो ही इज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर. ओके, सो पहले अ प्रॉपर बिजनेस को ही एंटरप्रेन्योर कहा जाता था, पर आजकल एवरी पर्सन हु स्टार्ट्स द बिजनेस, हु स्टार्ट्स एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ओके, बाय अ पर्सन हिमसेल्फ, then that person is called as an entrepreneur. Okay, so that's an entrepreneur. Now what is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship means the willingness of an individual to start a new business venture by taking risk and managing it in this technology enabled competitive global environment. Okay, so individual जो खुद से willinglessly start करना चाहता है business, when he willingly starts a business, okay, by taking the risk, by managing the business, okay, in this global environment. ओके, तो इस ग्लोबल एनवायरनमेंट में जब एक पर्सन खुद से अपना कोई बिजनेस स्टार्ट करता है, रिस्क लेता है, मैनेज करता है उसे खुद ही, देन दैट पर्सन, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. Okay, so these 2 points, these 2 concepts, entrepreneur and entrepreneurship. Okay, I hope these 2 points are clear to everyone. Okay, the next one is the definition. Definition is given by two. One is given by the economist, and the one is given by the Webster dictionary. Now, according to Howard Stevenson, okay, who was Howard Stevenson? He was a long-time professor at Harvard in Business School. Okay, he was a professor in Harvard Business School, and what he says entrepreneurship is the pursuit of opportunity beyond resources controlled. What he says, pursuit of opportunity beyond resources control. See, so whatever opportunities which is there okay, in order to grab that opportunities, okay, that is nothing but an entrepreneurship. Okay, so there are n number of opportunities which is there in the environment. Okay, it's only the thing is that we should know the correct opportunities and we should grab that opportunities, then that we can be an entrepreneur. Okay, so what Howard Steven says, entrepreneurship is the pursuit of opportunity beyond resources control. Next is Webster Dictionary. It gives a definition as an entrepreneur is a person who starts a business and is willingly to risk loss in order to make money. Now, who is an entrepreneur according to Webster Dictionary? ऐसा person जो business start करता है, would willingly जो खुद से risk और loss bear करने के कर अला समझता है कि he has to willingly खुद से bear करना है, ठीक है, in order to make money. Okay, so Webster Dictionary, an entrepreneur means a person which who starts a business, who willingly takes a risk in order to make money. Okay, so it is two definitions given by Howard Stevenson and Webster Dictionary. Now the next one is the characteristics of an entrepreneur. Okay, so what are the features or the characteristics of an entrepreneur? Now, what the first point is the intellectual capabilities. Okay, so who can be an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is a creative thinker. Okay, he has reasonably good intelligence. He has ability to analyze business situations and to take proper decisions. Okay, तो intellectual की बात करें, the person should be a uh, intelligent होना चाहिए. It should have a creative mind. Okay, an innovative mind. Okay, he should have an ability to analyze the business situations as per the situations which is there in the market, and should have an ability to take proper decisions, because there are n number of decisions which can be taken, पर उसमें से कौन सा correct decisions है, कौन सा proper decisions है, which will going to benefit the business, and then entrepreneur should know, should take such decisions. Okay, so who can be an entrepreneur? Who is having a creative mind, who is a creative thinker, who is intelligent, who can analyzes the business situations, as well as who can take a proper decision. The next is future vision. Okay, the entrepreneur has a good foresight. Entrepreneur should have a good foresight about future market situation. Okay, बोलते दूर की सोचते हैं, ठीक है, तो an entrepreneur should be like दूर की सोचने वाला, future के बारे में सोचने वाला. He should also have knowledge about external business environment. ऐसा नहीं कि if I'm starting a business, then मुझे तो बस मेरे business से ही लेना देना है, बाकी बाहर क्या चल रहा है मुझे कोई लेना देना नहीं. So it should not be like that. Okay, and an entrepreneur should also have knowledge about external business environment. Okay, that will basically help them to take the proper decisions according to the situations and changes in the market. Okay, so what will be the benefit of an entrepreneur has the knowledge of outside environment also? It will be easy for him to take the correct decisions, okay, proper decisions as per the situations and changes in the market. Yeah. The next one is the hard work. Okay, now an entrepreneur should always be ready to work hard. Okay, and it is very necessary if when especially when a new venture is started. Okay, because it all uh, takes a long hours to work properly. Okay, so many a times he has to handle the main areas of business independently. This will make him successful. Okay, so hard work is important. Okay, and entrepreneur should always ready to do the hard work, because he is the one who is a promoter of the business, and sometimes he might have to handle the business single-handedly. Okay, so hard work is should be there. It is needed, especially when the venture is a new venture started by the entrepreneur. The next one is the technical knowledge. Now, as we know, all the majority of the work is done uh, with the technologies. Okay, so entrepreneur should always have a good technical knowledge about his business. Okay, an entrepreneur should has the ability to update himself with the latest knowledge about the product, process and technology. Okay, so many of the time the person is having this कि no, I don't want to learn something new, मैं जो कर रहा हूँ वो ठीक है, ठीक है. It should not be like that. An entrepreneur should always be ready to uh, update himself with the latest technologies, with the latest knowledge, whether it's about the product, whether it's about the process, or whether it's about the technology, new technology which is coming there in the market. The next one is communication skills. Now an entrepreneur needs to communicate with different people. एक entrepreneur different people से उनको उसको communicate करना पड़ता है, जैसे customer हो गया, supplier हो गया, creditor हो गया, employees हो गया, okay, from the, etc. So these are the people to with whom the entrepreneur needs to communicate. Okay, so he must be able to express ideas and strategies effectively. Okay, so एक person का idea और एक person को क्या करना है और उसकी strategy क्या है, उसको समझने के लिए it's very important कि there should be a good communications. Okay, so it is necessary that proper understanding between the sender and the receiver of the message. So if there is a good communication, then only the ideas and strategies can be understood by the receiver to whom the a person want to convey his messages. Okay, so there should be good communication skills in the entrepreneur. The next is highly optimistic. Okay, an entrepreneur should always think positively. उसे कि हमेशा क्या करना है, positively think करना है. You should always have a hope. Okay, and confident about the market situation even in the failure times. Okay, कभी कभी loss हो जाता है तो भी the entrepreneur should always be uh, think positively, and they should always have a hope. Okay, so such positive attitude helps to run his business successfully, because whenever a new business is started, आपको directly profit नहीं होता है. 1 year, 2 year, you might have to suffer the loss. Okay, so at that time period, or even in the middle, if because of any reason a business firm is facing any loss, okay, that for that time period also, the there should be positivity in the entrepreneur. Okay, there should always be a hope. No, no. Next year we will definitely going to earn a good profit. Okay, so an entrepreneur should always be highly optimistic, a positive thinker. Next is risk bearing capacity. Now successful entrepreneur takes calculated risk. Okay, risk लेने की बात करी, ये नहीं है कि he takes risk, ठीक है, वो risk ही उठाता रहता है, ऐसा नहीं है. You should always take a calculated risk. Okay, you should always be ready to face challenges and always seeks new and more opportunities. Okay, because if I'm starting a business, तो मेरा limitations उस business में सिर्फ मेरे एक goal achieve करने तक नहीं होता है, and number of goals is there in the organization. और वो कब होगा जब न्यू अपॉर्चुनिटीज को ग्रैब करेगा. ठीक है, तो entrepreneur what he does, he faces the challenges and he always seeks for the new and more opportunities which are there in the market. Okay, so risk bearing capacity होना चाहिए. The next and the last is self confidence. An entrepreneur should has self confidence in himself. Okay, he should has a positive desire to achieve his goals. Self motivation keeps him strong. Self motivation, what it does, it keeps him strong. Okay, समटाइम्स हम भी कोई ऐसी सिचुएशन फेस करते हैं जहाँ पे दैट इट्स डिफिकल्ट टू do some work. Okay, so at that time we self motivate, especially when we talk about sports. Okay, हमने अगर sports में participate किया है, then we keep motivating ourselves. No, no, you should run properly, you should do it properly, or even in the exam, no, no, एग्जाम अच्छा जाएगा. तो दिस इज द वे द सेल्फ मोटिवेशन कैन बी क्रिएटेड, क्योंकि सेल्फ मोटिवेशन से हम स्ट्रांग बनते हैं, हमें कॉन्फिडेंट आता है कि कोई भी ऑब्स्टेकल्स है या कोई भी प्रॉब्लम्स है that can be faced. Okay, so entrepreneur should also should always have a self confidence in himself in if he wants to achieve that goal. Okay, because self motivation or self confidence, it creates a strong and confidence in the entrepreneur. Okay, so these are the 8 characteristics of entrepreneur, 8 features of entrepreneur. An entrepreneur should always have intellectual capability, means an intelligence and a creative thinker, future vision, whatever plan is made or whatever thing is done, it is always about the future, as per the future vision. Okay, hard work. Entrepreneur should always be in hard work, because sometimes he might have to handle some areas independently by himself. Technical knowledge should be there as the market keeps on changing. So update. Our entrepreneur should always update himself with the latest technology. There should be a good communication skills. Entrepreneur should always able to express his ideas and whatever message he wants to convey to the other person. हाईली ऑप्टिमिस्टिक पॉजिटिव थिंकर होना चाहिए एंटरप्रेन्योर को. और नेक्स्ट, रिस्क बेयरिंग कैपेसिटी. ऑल द रिस्क, whatever the challenges which is always there, and whatever the opportunities is there in the market, the entrepreneur should always grab that opportunities and face the challenges which is there in the market. And self confidence or self motivation keeps the entrepreneur strong and confident to face various obstacles which are there. So an entrepreneur should always have a self confidence in himself. So I hope this features, these characteristics of an entrepreneur is clear to everyone. Okay, then the next one is the functions of an entrepreneur. The very first function is innovation. Now, entrepreneur is basically is called as an innovator because he is the one who innovates the thing. Okay, so an entrepreneur is basically called as an innovator. He introduces a new combinations of means of products. He must introduce a new product or bring changes in the existing products. ठीक है, अगर कोई प्रोडक्ट मार्केट में ऑलरेडी है, राइट, इफ इट्स ऑलरेडी देयर, then to produce that product again, the customer definitely not going to purchase it. Okay, but if that product is produced with the new with some changes, okay, or with some creativity, then the customer will going to be attracted and they will be uh, they can purchase if they are satisfied. Okay, so it's very important for an entrepreneur that a entrepreneur should always be an इनोवेटर. इनोवेशन, इनोवेटिव आइडियाज, क्रिएटिव आइडियाज होने चाहिए एंटरप्रेन्योर के पास. ठीक है, ताकि जो भी प्रोडक्ट वो प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है, कस्टमर शुड आर सेटिस्फाइड विद द न्यू प्रोडक्ट्स एंड दे going to purchase that product. Okay, so an innovation should be there. The second is a determination of objectives. Now an entrepreneur has to determine the aims and objectives of the business, because they are the one, they are the promoters. Okay, so जो भी aims and objectives होते हैं वो वही decide करते हैं. ठीक है, so there may be difference between primary and secondary objectives of the enterprise. He can change his objectives as per the market situations. ठीक है, so in order to run a business, the main thing is objectives. So who is determining this objective? An entrepreneur is determining these objectives because he is the promoter of the business. Okay, so it's the main the aims and objectives of the business is just determined by the entrepreneur. Okay, and he can do the changes in these objectives as per the market situations. The next one is development of market. Okay, so an entrepreneur should find out different ways for marketing the products and services of his enterprise. He should conduct the surveys. He should do the research in order to understand the customer's demand. Okay, when the markets are developed constantly, the demands of the customers will increase. Okay, so different ways use करने चाहिए entrepreneur ने in order to market the product, which in order to sell the product, sell his product or the services which his organization is giving. Okay, for that he should do some research. Okay, customer को क्या चाहिए, what is the demand of the customer. Okay, तो उसके लिए some research work should be done by them. Okay, and this will definitely going to increase the demand of the consumers, and the uh, market of that product will going to develop constantly. Okay, so development of market. The next one is new technology. Okay, so as we know, in global world every day there is a new invention which is there. A new technology is always results in growth of business. Okay, so if I'm using an advanced technology or updated technology, then it will definitely going to help my business to grow well. Okay, so an entrepreneur should always uh, uh, know, he should know whatever the new technology which is there in the market, which is coming in the market. Good relations. Okay, so an entrepreneur uh, is is the one who coordinates with the employees, okay, so it's very important that there should be a good relation in order to have a good working atmosphere in an organization. Okay, तो अगर एक healthy working environment, एक healthy working atmosphere चाहिए organization में, तो it basically depends upon the relation. If there is a good relation between the subordinates and sub superiors and the employees, then there will be a good environment, healthy environment in the organizations. Okay, so good relations should be maintained by the entrepreneur. The next is organizing funds. Okay, funds की कभी भी जरूरत पड़ती है तो entrepreneur should brings a sufficient fund for the organization. Okay, क्योंकि in order to run a business smoothly, there is always a need of adequate and continuous finance. Okay, so good and honest relation with the investors is necessary for every business. If my relation is good with the investors, then definitely good a fund can be raised. Okay, relation अच्छे होने की वजह से fund can be easily raised. Okay, so an entrepreneur should always be good, and it should always be have an honest relation with the investors so that they can provide finance to the organizations. Okay, so for that, entrepreneur needs to find out different financial resources. Next is, and the last one is the taking decisions. Okay, so many decisions is to be taken by the entrepreneur. So an entrepreneur has to take wise decision, a proper decisions, a timely and correct decisions should be taken by the entrepreneur, because it's place and very important and necessary for a business uh, to develop. Okay, so he should always consider the pros and cons before taking any decisions, both the sides. Okay, कोई भी decision लेने से पहले both the sides should be seen, what are the pros and what are the cons. Okay, before taking any business decisions. Okay, so these are the 7 functions of an entrepreneur. uh, okay, I hope these functions are clear to everyone. Okay, so we have saw today what are the characteristics of entrepreneur and what are the functions of entrepreneur. In the next lecture, we will going to see about the entrepreneurship. Okay, and about the characteristics of an entrepreneurships. Okay, I hope these points, these topics are clear to everyone.